Well, Mike Tyson becomes heavyweight champ, and he becomes the most exciting heavyweight champ of that era. Not only does he keep the title for years, but he knocks people out in 30 seconds. And for people my age, he was basically the greatest of all time because, I'm not old enough to really have seen the Muhammad Ali era. And this kept going until 1990. Mike Tyson loses to Buster Douglas, the greatest upset in sports history, of any sport. The odds, I think, were like 60-1. And I've interviewed Tyson and Douglas about the situation. When you saw this happen, were you surprised that Tyson lost?
What, am I going to become the Monday morning freaking quarterback? Really, you're making me a Monday night morning. I can say anything I want. I hope my reputation a little bit precedes me. That what I say, I believe, and it matters. And it matters just like it mattered to Cuz, the reputation he left. My reputation, it matters. It's more important than being right about a fight or not. I just felt, and I was documented in this, I just felt that the first time someone stands up to him, he's going to have a problem. That as strong as he was in areas that you just very beautifully described and laid out, as good as he was in those areas, as great as he was in those areas, he was just as weak in the areas of resolve, of finding a way when his talent wasn't enough, when his pure talent wasn't enough to find a way. The great ones find a way. Ali found a way. Joe Louis found a way. The great ones find a way. Sugar Ray Robinson found a way. And I just felt that day would eventually come. I didn't know when. I didn't know it would be in Tokyo with Buster Douglas, a guy who had given in on his own, who always had the talent to be a great fighter. Always, he was big, could punch, he was technically solid, he had all kinds of skill levels. He had everything, he had experience, but he didn't have the resolve, he didn't have the character, he was a dog. People, in a bad way, people would say he's a dog. He'd never be a champ. He'd give in against Tony Tucker. He would give in. Well, he had the ability, but he didn't have the toughness. He didn't have the heart. The worst thing you could say about a fighter. But what they didn't understand was on that night, he had all of that for one night. I don't know if God's a sports fan or what, or a boxing fan, but on that night, somebody made sure that Buster Douglas had everything that previously people had thought he would have, that he never quite got there. He was missing that one thing. But on that night, everything came together to make sure that Buster Douglas had the one thing he never had to complete the picture of this promise of a fighter that never was realized, And he got his second chance. He got redemption. Redemption is beautiful. Beautiful. This country loves redemption. It's part of why they love Tyson. And he got that at the price of his beloved mother dying. She died couple months earlier. He loved her. And you know what? A transition took place where the things that held him back, being afraid, not knowing how good he could be, being afraid to face the piper, being afraid to go to that extra place, go to that dark place when you're hurt and when it's hard to go to that dark place, he wouldn't go to it. He would just stop. He wouldn't go there. His mother, the memory of his beloved mother, gave him a lantern to go and put light in a place he could never put light, to go to that place. Because He couldn't be hurt by somebody named Mike Tyson at all compared to the way his loss of his mother hurt him. He couldn't be hurt that bad. Could not be hurt that bad. And on one night, he could be strong for his mother. And he did. And he was everything you want a fighter to be on that one night. Never again. Never before, never after, never.
Yeah.
But on that one night, he was great. And you know what? He could go to his grave. People could say whatever they want about him, but he could go to his grave knowing that on one night I was great. Were you great? Were you great? I was great. And he upset and he shocked the world. And he did. He shocked the world. And that's why he shocked the world. And in some ways he exposed Tyson. He pulled the curtain back on the wizard to see what was really behind that curtain. A great, great, great talent. Explosive talent. Unbelievable talent. But something was missing. The engine that drives that beautiful talent, the engine, the character, the soul, the core of a person that never caught up to what his talent was, never developed to the level his talent developed. Just never did. Look, I have a saying. I used to say, it ain't a fight, excuse my English, but my lack of grammar, but it isn't a fight until there's something to overcome. Until then, it's an exhibition. It's an athletic venture. Yeah, it's a home run hitting contest. But when there's something to overcome, then it becomes a fight. There was something to overcome against Douglas. There was something to overcome against Holyfield. There was something to overcome. I don't have his record in front of me, but let's say he was 55-5. So I know it's in that neighborhood, right? A lot of knockouts. Whatever. You're going to get it. I get it. You're a genius. You know how to go on the thing there. I'm a caveman. I don't even know how to go on. I don't even know how to send an email. I don't even know how to go on the internet. But what's his record?
Tyson's record is
55
50 wins, 44 by KO, 6 losses, and 2 no contests.
Okay, you ready? Those 6 losses represent the only fights he had in his career. Call me a hater. Go ahead. Call me sour grapes. Go ahead. Promise I'm not. I promise I'm not. But go ahead. But those 6 fights represent when he had to overcome something, when a fight became a fight, and he came up short. So was the job really complete with him? Yeah, the job of teaching him to slip punches and explode punches, all that, that was completed. But was the rest of the job completed? Listen, it don't matter. He's a rich guy. He's loved. He's beloved. I hope he got to the right place. But you know what? The only one who knows is him. The only one who knows where he really is him. And I hope he really is in that good place.